What started as a way to escape the 24/7 hospitality industry turned into a lucrative career for public relations and marketing professional Priscilla Vizentine.
I had a couple of friends who had worked at big PR agencies, and they often jobbed things out to freelancers. So one or two would call, hey, do you want to help us do this with a client? I was like, sure. Do you want to help us do this? And I was like, sure. And then that just kind of snowballed, and I ended up getting my own clients.
Ultimately, the business grew to the point Vizentine joined with a partner to handle the work. After more than 2 decades of working from home, she always kept one thing in mind.
Other people would say, oh, you're so lucky you work for yourself. And I said, really, no. I work for like 27 clients. They're my bosses. I do have a boss. I have a lot of bosses.
Washington University professor John Berrios says discipline is key to gig work and not just scheduling.
You have to think about tax implications that as a sole proprietor, basically, you're going to have to think about some of these taxing for Social Security, all that's you're going to have to take care of.
If your gig involves ride hailing or delivery apps, there are other implications to consider.
You know, fuel, maintenance, wear and tear on these cars, the additional insurance, and then thinking about kind of the tax implications as a sole proprietor where a lot of this, the platforms are reporting to the IRS.
Berrios adds before making the plunge to full-time gig work, also make sure you set boundaries.
In a 9 to 5, your employer kind of separates it for you. You can leave the office at 5, and then we complain about emails and all this stuff in some jobs, but it's a clear distinction. Gig work, I'm on Uber, I'm on Lyft, I'm on TaskRabbit, and basically my whole day is just flipping through these platforms, and then you realize I didn't really have any time to just relax.
These days, relaxing is exactly what Vizentine is focused on, as she calls herself semi-retired.
I'm very selective about the projects that I do, but I have a few very near and dear projects. They're nonprofits, and I do projects for them every year, annual projects.
As for those ready to make the plunge to gig work, Vizentine offers this advice.
I would take on projects, and I'd have a pit in my stomach going, can I do this? Can I do this? And I was like, yeah, I can do this. And you just kind of jump in with both feet.
Vanessa Bashania, Scripps News.